right, so today we are going to be doing a price prediction for Baby Doge for 2025, and this is going to be for the 2025 bull market. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what prices we can possibly reach for 2025, where we're heading for the near future. Anyways, let's go straight into it. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So, first things first, looking at our current prices right now, we got to look at that and analyze it. Right now, we're at 88Z 3300. So we're at 3300 right now, which isn't too bad. We went all the way up to 3500 recently. Yesterday we were up pretty high, but everything must come down. We already had the decrease in the price there. As you can see, we were following that prime trend assistant line, and we were trying to get up here to our Fibonacci retracement at 8Z3750, but really we got stopped at 3590-ish, somewhere around there at 3590. So now we're pulling back. Right now we're heading towards our Fibonacci at 8Z3069. That's where we're heading right now. But we're not here to do a short-term technical analysis. I've given plenty of those. Anyways, some people have requested the more longer-term technical analysis. So what I want to show here first is, what we're kind of doing and what we were doing recently when we were pumping a lot. Right now we're at 49.3 million inside of 24-hour trading volume, 545 million inside of volume. If you go back and look at what we were just now doing inside of Baby Doge, like the peak that we got to, the new all-time high that we broke at 8Z6600, on CoinGecko it says 64.98, but I guess it's a little bit different for OKX. It went a little bit higher on there. That's kind of how arbitrage trading works. It's higher priced on OKX than it is on other platforms. Right now, it's showing it's a little bit higher on CoinGecko. But that's not the point here. The point here is that at our peak, let's go ahead and scroll in there. At our peak, we had about 719 million inside of trading volume, even at about 759 million right over here. But that was a lot of selling volume, 781 million. So we could say, give or take, Baby Doge generally it had about 800 million in trading volume in this area, just in trading volume, right? And that's because a multitude of things. We had the whole Solana bridge, we had Binance listing, a bunch of other listings. We had a lot of money from a lot of different avenues flowing into Baby Doge, and part of this price prediction is looking where money could also continue to flow into Baby Doge from. Right? If we look over here at our market cap for the same area, we can see the market cap reached a billion inside of market cap. $1 billion in market cap is what we reached when we hit our peak at 6,600. And really, it's showing us where we hit for 6,400. So actually, we went higher than a billion market cap. If you really want to think about it, we went higher in a billion market cap. Because if we look at the price here, that was for 8Z. It's only showing us all the way up to 8Z 6391. It's not showing us where we were for 8Z 6600. And we could easily find that out by doing some math. But I want to show you guys where I believe that we can get to very soon here in Baby Doge. So we're going to take our circulating supply right here, and we're going to go ahead and multiply that by where we were, seen to be at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was about 6,400 is what CoinGecko was saying. And then what we were seeing on OKX was around 6,600. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for 6,600. So that is at a whole billion in market cap. So, right, that's $1,800,781,662.55. That is a lot of money. And that's where our market cap was sitting at for Baby Doge. So that was a really high market cap. So 7Z1 already out the window. We already know we're going to knock that out the park for this bull market and for this bull run for 2025. We know we're going to hit 7Z1. But I want to show you guys what that looks like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, we're going to see 1.6 billion eventually. We already seen 1 billion at the end of last year, which just literally happened. So 1.63 billion is where we would be at 7Z1. Now, if you look over here at our technical analysis for our indicators here, and also with our Fibonacci retracement, pretty much what you want to do with your Fibonacci, you want to put the top of it right there, right at the swing high, right at the all-time high, and then you want to bring it back down to the previous market low. So where the market most previously was at its lowest for that bear run, which is all the way down here, 9Z825, right? That's where I pretty much set it up at. So I took it from its all-time high back to the market low, where the market was the lowest for this run, right? And that was at 9Z8. So that, I'm just kind of explaining how I came up with this Fibonacci, so you don't think it's just a bunch of random stuff. Like, no, these are actual technical levels, and that's why every single time we hit one of these levels, you see there's either major resistance or there's major support, because these are actual levels that, we're paying attention to. There's always some resistance at these levels, always support at these levels, and then more resistance. And then as we hit here, more support, just bounced off that support. These are actual technical levels that are pretty accurate. And that's kind of why I'm just showing you guys this. So just so like, this is pretty accurate. All right. So that's very, very important, because if you look up here all the way at the top of our Fibonacci retracements, you can see at the very peak of it, it shows about 8Z, let's just say 2600, because it's literally right up there. So 8Z 2600 or 7Z 2600, not 8. 7 zeros after the decimal place. For the people that don't know what I mean by 8Z or 7Z, I say the Z because it's the zeros after the decimal point. So 7Z26 is where the peak of that Fibonacci retracement takes us. 7Z26. So what I'm going to show you guys here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 26. That's $4.2 billion in market cap. The reason why I'm showing you guys this is because this is the price prediction at the least, right? This is what we can expect at the least. If things don't really go too far into our direction, at the least we could do is get to the top of that Fibonacci, because we've already reached peak levels here at 6,600, right? At 8Z 6,600, we already reached those peak levels. The next one would obviously be up here at 26. And people are probably wondering, well, then how could we tell how much higher we can get from there? And I'm actually about to explain that to you guys, but I just want you to understand, like, this is a lot of money. So 7Z1 already is a lot, right? It's 1.63 billion. But when you look over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, when you look at 7Z26, 4.2 billion. So I kind of want to show you guys what each level is really looking like. Let's just say you only have well, I don't know. A lot of people in Baby Doge, it seems like they don't have a trillion. It seems like 100 billion is the average. So we're gonna look at 100 billion first, because that's what it's seeming like. The average right now for people in Baby Doge is around 50 to 100 billion. So let's say you had about 100 billion Baby Doge, right? You multiplied it by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7Z26. Your 100 billion Baby Doge would be worth $2,600 at 7Z2600. So that's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Your 100 billion Baby Doge right now, we can go ahead and look at that as well. Right now is worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3340. Obviously I did something wrong there, so let's do it again. Oh yeah, because I did 7. All right, let's do it again. Multiply that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3340. All right. It's only worth $334 right now. So see, your 100 billion could easily turn into 2,600. Now, when you look at it at a larger scale, that's where the real money is starting to look nice, right? Because if you had, let's say, a trillion right now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 33, 44, you're looking at $3,300 right now. But if let's say you're looking at the same trillion, right, and then multiply it by 7Z26, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2,600. That's 26,000. So you see how that is a really big difference from what we have today. So you could be seeing $3,300 literally turning into 26,000 with it going to 7Z4. And because I see a lot of people saying they want Baby Doge to hit $1. They want it to hit 1 cent. Like y'all are doing too much, right? Y'all are looking too far into the future. Y'all are doing too much because $3,300 going to $26,000 is a very significant amount of gains. And I think people should start to really understand like those are the type of gains that you want to be looking for. You don't want to be looking at your $3,300 going to 3.3 million. Like it's not gonna happen like that. It's not gonna happen like that, right? It just is not. You're not gonna turn $3,000 into 3 million on one trade. Not right now. Like we're too far into the market now. We're too far into the bull run. It's just not gonna happen. And logically, $1 baby Doge is 163 quadrillion market cap. That's financially impossible. Once I explain this every time, but I'm gonna continue to explain it until a lot of because we keep getting new people into the Baby Doge community every day, so I gotta keep explaining it. But 1 cent Baby Doge is 1.63 quadrillion in market cap, which is still impossible. 0.001 baby doge is the million billion trillion 163 trillion market cap, which is still impossible for baby doge. Maybe not Bitcoin might be able to do it, possibly. I don't know, but yeah, baby doge is not beating Bitcoin. Like, let's be real, baby doge is not passing Bitcoin ever in its lifetime. But anyways, 0.0001 is million billion trillion 16.3 trillion. Again, Bitcoin can do that. Baby Doge cannot. So we won't get to 0.0001, right? 3 zeros. We will not get to 3 zeros in Baby Doge ever in our lifetime. It's not going to happen unless we migrate contracts, which we can't do because they renounced the contract. But let's now say 1, 2, 3, 4, 4Z1. Now we're looking at 1.6 trillion, million, billion, trillion. Now I'm not going to say Baby Doge can't get to there, but look at how much of a hard time we're having getting to a billion and actually holding a billion. What makes you think we're going to do 1.6 trillion anytime soon? We're not. And even Bitcoin is having problems at times holding such a high market cap. Like Bitcoin's at 1.9 trillion, but Bitcoin has been struggling. Like it keeps going down. It's almost like it wants to go below 1.6 trillion, right? But it's staying up there. So we're not going to see 4 zeros anytime soon either. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5Z1. That's 163 billion. It's possible because we've seen Dogecoin do like 120 billion, like 100 billion plus. Like we've seen Dogecoin do like 90 to 100 billion, somewhere around there. So possibly, yeah, possibly. This bull market, no, we're not going to see 5 zeros this bull market, right? Now, we go to what I always like to say, 6Z1, which is the most realistic thing if you're looking at higher numbers. At the very most for 2025, 6Z1. That's at the very most. And we're probably not going to do the very most. We're probably going to have to scale it back a little bit. That's at the very most, though. 6Z1. That's what I'm saying. 16.3 billion market cap. But why even focus on that when we can focus on this? $4.2 billion market cap. I think this is what we need to focus on. And then I also mentioned to you guys what I was gonna show to you guys after. So I just kind of also want to show you something. Like when you start putting more money into this, you start making a lot more money. So million, billion, trillion times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2,600. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Right now, 4 trillion baby does, give or take. Let's see what 4 trillion is running you right now. 4 trillion baby does. Let's see what that's running you right now. Times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 3, 6, $13,000. So imagine turning 13,000 into 100,000. That's what I'm focused on doing. I'm not focused on turning $1,000 to $1,000,000. I'm focused on turning 10,000 to 100,000. All right, that's what I'm looking at. 10,000 to 100,000. Like we gotta stop being unrealistic, and like you're never gonna get anywhere like that. It's just thinking I'm gonna take this $1,000, turn it to 1,000,000. No, you take 1,000, you turn 1,000 to 10,000. You take 10,000, you turn 10,000 to 100,000. Then you take 100,000 and you turn that to 1,000,000. You don't just turn 1,000 into 1,000,000 right off the bat. It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't work like that. 10x's are what you want to look for in crypto cycles, in crypto bull market cycles. So in this cycle right here, I think Baby Doge can actually 10x from where we are now, which would be all the way up to 2,600. So that I'm standing on that. Um, on average, I think we will get to 7Z 2600. That's the top of our Fibonacci. And then, like I told you before, I'm also going to do a prediction of where we would get at the most. And how do you say I will? How do you think I'll make this conclusion? Easily, what we'll end up doing now, because now our new Fibonacci is at 2600. So now that's going to be our new all-time high because that's where we're pushing towards, and it's the top of the Fibonacci. So when we get a major pullback, it's going to happen at 7Z 2600. Right? We're going to pass 7Z1. People are going to be like, oh yeah, people are going to keep throwing their money in. Then right at 7Z 2600, it's going to crash, and it's probably going to go back down to like 8Z 6600 because that's where our major resistance is. We have major resistance at 6600. So that's going to end up becoming major support. So when we actually get to 7Z 2600, we're going to have a major crash down to 8Z 6600 because of that. But it's not going to be too bad because then we can always recover. Anyways, now we take our Fibonacci and we bring it back down here to our low of this market cycle, which is at 8Z 2500 or 9Z 2500. Remember, that's why I said that's a very important level. So now what I'm going to do is take off this Fibonacci. I'm going to bring it back, but I'm going to take this off for now. Now, where is our all-time high going to be? Y'all are wondering how I got 8Z 8 or y'all are wondering how I got 6Z1. This is how I get 6Z1 because when I do the numbers and I do the technical analysis, it always lines up. 6Z1 is going to be somewhere around this area. So as you can see here, read those zeros right there. That's 6Z1 at the top of the Fibonacci. So when running the technical analysis, and Fibonacci's don't lie, Fibonacci retracements are one of the most accurate predictions and one of the most accurate technical indicators out there because it's really based off mathematics. It's not based on random indicators that people made. Like it's an actual mathematical equation that actually comes up with these numbers. So 6Z1 is actually the peak of the market, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, and it's actually a little bit higher than 61. If you actually look at it, it looks a little bit more like almost 6011, but we're not even gonna look at it like that. It's like 61. So at the very most, 61. If we're just gonna do average for this bull market, 7Z 2600. Boom. Right there. Easy as that. And like I said, it's pretty accurate because it is the Fibonacci. And I'll explain it again. So let's take this off. So I'll explain it again. We take the Fibonacci from the previous all-time high of the market cycle, and then we go all the way down to the previous low of the market cycle. And that's how we get our initial Fibonacci, and that's how we get, all of our price points, right? All our resistance levels, our new resistance levels. The next major resistance level after 8Z 6600 is not till 7Z1. So if we pass 8Z 6600, we are going to almost, with flying colors, get all the way up to 7Z1, right? And then once we hit 7Z 2600, then that is when we get our new Fibonacci. And that is when we make our way up to 6Z1. So after 7Z 2600, the next Fibonacci retracement isn't up until 7Z 41 and 50, which means that that's the next resistance after 7Z 2600 is 7Z 41 and 50. Then after that, 7Z 6600, then 7Z 9, and then 6Z1. So we're looking at 6Z1 at the most that this market cycle can actually bring us. And on average, we should be getting about 7Z 2600, which is going to be a cool 4 billion market cap, which is still huge. So me, what am I going to do to combat all this? What am I going to do to benefit off of all of this? Well, I can tell you one thing. What I'm going to more than likely do is ride the wave up until the peak, 7Z 2600, and there's more than likely going to be a major crash inside all of the markets, possibly down to 7 or 8Z66, and I'll buy back in around here, and then I'll get back in and let it ride right back up. So that is my plan right there. So I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put a lot in to do this. Like I'm pretty much 10K deep right now, already just waiting for a good opportunity. 10K deep, putting in 4 trillion right now, waiting until I get all the way up here to take the 10K and turn it to 100K. So it's actually very simple. If you have the heart to hold, and a lot of times, even I don't have the heart to hold, I trade too much. It's like sometimes I get bored and I just feel like trading. So I trade, and then sometimes I mess up. Like right now, I've messed up, but I'm making up for what I messed up on. Like that's why I talk about dollar cost averaging. Like I already got a good plan inside of play right now. Because look, if we pull back to 8Z 2200, I'm buying even more right down here. Like I'm already in pretty deep here, and I was already in deep up here. I was in 10K deep up here, and then the price went down. I'm like, oh man. So now I'm gonna have to throw another 10K if we go all the way down here. Well, I'm gonna throw 5,000 in down here. I'm not gonna cap and be like I'm throwing another 10. No, I'm throwing another 5K down here if we hit the 8Z 2200, because I was already 10K deep up here, and now we're down, and I'm like, okay. So now I'm trying to wait until we either get back up to 10K, or if it drops down to here, then my 10K would be like 3, 3 or 4 or something like that. And then I would probably end up putting in 5,000 here. So then when it gets back up, I'll be 20K up. And that's really how this works. It's fairly simple, but it takes time. It takes time. You definitely want to, if you're going to do trades and stuff like that, get good with your technical analysis if you're going to do trading. But it's best to just buy and hold if you're not experienced with trading, because even the best traders will mess up from time to time, and I have messed up huge. And I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm definitely not the best. And yeah, I've messed up, but now I'm fixing that. I'm definitely gonna buy more in if we hit 8Z 2200. If we don't, I'm still cool, because then I'm breaking even here and then letting that ride all the way up until here. And then at that price, I'll be damn near close to 100K. But yeah, because I actually had like 9,000 something here, not a full 10K. It was like 91 or 9,400 or something like that. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna have a lot of money up here. I'm gonna keep making these videos and doing the price predictions. I think that it's possible. I just think it's going to take a lot of work on the whole developer side of things. I really think that they need to focus more on the DeFi side of things with the babydoge developers. We need to get a Coinbase listing. We need to do some more bridges. We need to get a after the Coinbase listing, we need to get crypto.com. We need to get Kraken. We need to get Robinhood. We need to get all of the major listings, and we need to do some promos. We need to do a lot of stuff. Okay. They have a lot of money just sitting inside of a wallet right now. So they're probably preparing to do something big. It's around $1 million. Oh, okay. Now see, they moved some of it. All right. So they have moved some of that money, because the video I made yesterday, only this transaction was here. So they moved million, billion, trillion, 179 trillion, and then that one doesn't matter. So yeah, about $180 trillion, or no, not dollars, 180 trillion baby doge they moved. And then they sent it to this wallet right here, Wintermute. I honestly don't know what Wintermute is, but we're about to find out. So this is a Wintermute wallet. Okay. Winter mute 3 hours ago. Baby Doge. And then they sent some over here, just a little bit. And by the way, this is all on the fly. 59,000. Okay. I should have researched what Wintermute was, but I didn't know anything about that. What's Wintermute? A leading algorithmic trading firm focused on building liquid and efficient markets. Huh. You know what? So, remember what they said before? The babydoge developers said that they were like, when we're getting listed to Binance, they said the money is leaving because we're sending it to Wintermute because they take and provide our liquidity to the exchanges for us. They provide a service and they do the liquidity for them. So they just sent all that money, $1.1 million to Wintermute, which is mean they're now providing liquidity for the exchanges. So we're about to get a major exchange listing. I should have did this on a live stream. That would have been pretty cool to find out on a live stream and do our research together and just break it down like that. I'm pretty sure one of you would have mentioned it before I figured it out. But yeah, all right. Wintermute, they're providing liquidity somewhere, and about 500,000 million, billion, trillion. Okay, yeah, they're doing something. They're doing something here with Wintermute. So all we can do is really sit here and wait. The money's chilling in this wallet. Probably gonna get some more exchange listings pretty soon. But yeah, it's a decent amount of money. But yeah, we'll see something big happening. The Solana side of things still doing good. So yeah, everything's going good in the market. Like I said, 7Z 2600. That's what we're looking at for our peak. And then we're also looking at 7Z 2600 and then 6Z1 at like the most. So on average, we should get 7Z 2600 at the most 6Z1. So if you wanted a explanation to what we could do, there you have it. That is what we could possibly be doing in Baby Doge for the bull market. So that is the price prediction for 2025 bull market. If you want the automated trading indicators with these chart prime, with these little chart prime momentum wave bands, definitely check out the link in the description for chart prime. Also with the premium, equilibrium, and discounted price point, they kind of do the same thing as our Fibonacci's and also the momentum wave bands. So they're also part of chart prime. So it kind of makes it simple to where you don't have to do the momentum wave band. But yeah, for those of you who want that, y'all can go ahead, check that out. This is all I got for you all. Hit the like button and subscribe, all that good stuff. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.